Part 43 of Don't Say Schwarzenegger. This is a continuance of Part 42 because I didn't have time to read the character letter of support written by Anabella Nicole Driz for Shawn Driz that I discovered in the past several months. And just a reminder, as I mentioned in the previous part, this letter of support for Shawn Driz seems to have been written either immediately before or immediately after our civil trial in 2021, where the defendants lost and the jury unanimously awarded us the largest PTSD settlement of all time, which has not been paid, not 1 cent. And it looks like this letter, it's usually they're written for criminal, like where they're asking the judge to, hey, be lenient, like Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher did for Danny Masterson, like, hey, he doesn't grape that many people, just a few, you know, if you could go easy on him and give him a lenient sentence, like that kind of stuff. So this was crazy because this letter of support and the other ones that I have that I'm not going to go over yet, one of them is actually dated in 2021 or another one, it's very clear that this was around the civil trial time. And it seems to me that they're trying to get Shawn Driz's felony record expunged so that he can travel. Okay, so here we go. Okay, Anabella's letter is to Judge Hanasono, who I've never even heard of until I got my hands on this document. I had to look him up, and apparently he is a superior court judge in LA in Department 117, and he presides over the felony trial calendar. I'm like shaking right now. Judge Hanasono, I'm reaching out today on behalf of my cousin Shawn Driz. Growing up, I was an only child, technically that is. While I did not have any biological brothers or sisters, I indeed had a brother. I did indeed have a brother. My cousin Shawn. Shawn was someone that was always older, wiser, taller, cooler, someone that I looked up to and always wanted to be like. Someone that was always looking out for me, always protecting me, always messing with me, always including me, always comforting me. Someone that was always there for me like a brother would be. When I woke up one morning in 2015, I had no idea the person I knew and loved was about to have their life forever changed. Join the club. In the wake of the events that transpired that night, I've seen my cousin go through experiences I would never wish upon anyone. Aside from the legal consequences that my cousin would face, his life as he knew it would never again be the same. Throughout the past few years, I've seen Shawn grow up at an unprecedented speed. She clearly didn't go to the preliminary hearing or the civil trial in 2021, where Shawn laughed out loud as our injuries were being described. So awesome. Great job, Anabella. Notice how they support them secretly, but never publicly. Going from someone who seemingly had it all, the friends, family, love, financial support, career aspirations, Shawn was left with nothing. He drove a Rolls-Royce Phantom to one of the probation violation hearings at the airport court, and then he got moved in to live in a luxury home with Christina Schwarzenegger in 2017, where she started paying all of his bills. But sure, and I have enough pictures of him on like the Kennedy sailboat, and okay. When someone hits rock bottom, the way in which they rise tells you everything about them. Instead of wallowing in the misery or allowing the situation to tear him apart, Shawn rose from the ground with humility, remorse, determination, and gratitude. Even when his life was a shell of what it once was, Shawn continued on his quest to be better each new day. On top of doing the work on himself to grow and evolve, Shawn never stopped showing up for those who count on him. People say that life moves fast and when it rains, it pours. Well, it's safe to say it's been pouring for Shawn for a while now. He has not had an easy go the past few years, even without including this situation of my skull being broken in half and my brother's stomach being kicked in so bad his intestines had to be removed, and the third plaintiff having loss of hearing in one ear permanently. Both of his parents have been separately hospitalized while battling cancer. Side note, I'm going to give you a little bit of information that I'm not going to go into detail right now, but Maurice Driz, Shawn's father, pretty much got caught faking throat cancer during the 2021 civil trial. And the judge called him out, and he took off his bandage and he didn't wear it to court one day and forgot about it when he was supposedly wearing it because he had like a surgery or something, and it was the tannest, smoothest skincare ad you've ever seen, and the judge pointed that out. So, and Shawn went along with it. You know, oh, he's really tired from the, whatever. Slap in the face to every single cancer survivor and everybody who's had to have a family or member or a loved one go through it. I'm like shaking right now. His sister hasn't left the house in years given her dark depression struggles. I wonder what that's like. While going through his own financial hardship, again, wonder what that's like. He's still given the little he has to his family as they simultaneously struggle. I want to struggle like them because it's a different struggle than I've been having, man. And yet my cousin puts a smile on each day and tries. Shawn tries to be better. Shawn tries to turn his life around amidst obstacle after obstacle. Shawn tries to remain positive and hopeful while overcoming hardships. Shawn has never stopped trying, and with that, Shawn has succeeded. Growing up, my last name was something I took a lot of pride in. Not only did it have a unique ring to it, but I shared it with those I loved and looked up to the most. After the incident in 2015, I struggled to keep the pride I grew up feeling. I struggled not to Google my name in the headlines that shook me to my core. What headlines? I have done everything in my life, sent hundreds of DMs, emails, called every person, ally, politician, journalist over 9 years. And everybody can clearly see that the media has looked away. So I don't know what headlines she's talking about. And the fact that she even said headlines that shook me to my core, that part seems to be taken from my impact statement. Breathe, okay. I struggled not to think of what others might think of my family. However, over the years, that embarrassment that I once felt has turned back into feelings of pride and honor. It's interesting because on Facebook, she goes by Anabella Nicole, and a follower showed me that she did go by Anabella Driz on TikTok a few months ago, around the time I started my series, and then suddenly changed it to Anabella. So not that proud, I guess. Like I said, the way in which someone rises from the ashes tells you more about them than why they fell in the first place. It's an attempted unaliving, that's kind of a big deal, but whatever. Seeing how my cousin has handled a terrible situation and only allowed it to better him has been inspiring, to say the least. I am proud to be Shawn Driz's cousin. I am proud to share the same last name. I am proud to know him, and I am grateful to love him. I pray that Shawn will get a fresh slate. I know that he is deserving, and you will not regret it. Shawn has learned. He has paid the price, and he is ready for a second chance. Thank you for your time and consideration, Anabella Driz. Let's talk about this second page, because there's a lot going on here. Wow. So when she says, I pray Shawn will get a fresh slate, that was kind of what almost every single other letter of support said about Shawn. So that's what leads me to think, are they trying to get his record expunged? And a couple of them even said, because for work reasons, blah, blah, blah. It's not work reasons. We know his work, resume. It's so that you can travel. I looked up all the countries around the world that you can't travel to if you have a felony record or something serious, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm having a feeling it's more that reason. And the second thing is where she says, he has paid the price of his actions. The other letters also said the same thing. So let's show you something. Okay, so let's show you how Shawn has paid the price. July 29th of 2021 was when we had the verdict of the largest PTSD settlement ever. And a quick little summary is, I was awarded about $20 million. And that means all 4 defendants are responsible for getting the entire sum of that paid to just me. I'm not even talking yet about the other 2 plaintiffs, so just me. Punitive, and that ADMDSDWJ, that's the initials of each of the defendants. I was awarded $2.3 million by the jury for what Shawn did to me just for punitive damages alone. So you add that together, and altogether, I was awarded about $35 million. If you add in the other 2 plaintiffs and their civil and punitive damages, which Shawn owes both of them, numbers huge, it equals about $82 million. Now, every year it goes unpaid, 10% is added, and it is now, this month, July 29th, it'll be $106,034,633 that Shawn has not paid. That's the price. And then here, real quick, yeah, it's just that's just what Shawn owes me in total punitive damages, about $10 million. So there you go, everyone. There you go, Jessica. There you go, followers. There you go, Anabella. He has not paid the price whatsoever. And I can't wait to get into more details about the civil trial and how humble Shawn is.